Welcome back. So I got a lot of comments about the Altered Little Golden Book, and a lot of you guys wanted to see me do it start to finish. So the book came in that I am making the baby book for my new grandson that will be here in December. His mom and dad are big Star Wars fans. In fact, his name is going to be Anakin Elias. So the book came in today, and we're going to do it start to finish. So this video will probably be this series will probably be 4 or 5 different videos because of doing it start to finish. I did notice when this book came in, the gold spine is got the Star Wars on it. I think it's adorable. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. Normally, it all depends on what mood I'm in as to whether I split the book apart first or do the spine. So we're just going to set this to the side for now, and we're going to work on what will be our spine. Now, this is like a lightweight chipboard. It is not strong enough by itself for the spine, but my heavyweight chipboard, it doesn't, I can't score it and fold it good enough, and I'm not comfortable with it. So I will actually end up doubling this, and you guys will see. Now our the Little Golden Book is 7 7/8 inches high, so I am going to cut this, my lightweight, and you can use a cereal box, anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 7 7/8 inches. Throw that away. Okay, so now this is 11 inches this way. So what I'm just going to do, I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm just going to cut it at 5.5 inches. And then I want to find the papers that I want to use, because where is my Cinderella book? Okay, or Alice in Wonderland. So you see how I've done this? You can see the spine. So I'm going to want a paper for the outside, and even though you won't really see the paper on the inside that much, I still want something to put on that inside. So let's see, what do we want to do? That might look cute. I'm thinking this for the outside. And I could go with something blue on the inside. Let's go with this for the inside. Okay. Excuse me. So what will be our inside piece of paper that you want? Okay, just fall. It's okay. I want to cut this at 9 inches. I'm actually going to do about 9 1/4. And then for my width, I want to have a little bit on each side to fold over this. So if this is at 5.5, I could do 6.5, 6 3/4, something like that. Let's just do, I think 6.5 will be fine on that. So we'll cut this at 6.5. And you'll understand in a little bit why I'm cutting that a little bigger. Save this because we will use this for embellishments. All right, so for our inside piece, we want it to be, or our outside piece, sorry. We want to do this at 5 1/4 inches wide. And why does that not look? Let's go ahead and cut it this way first. So it's going to be 7 7/8 inches high. I was just trying to not waste so much paper, but I'll use it. It didn't want to get in there because of that little thing. All right, so now let's cut this at 5 1/4 inches. Okay. So now I can put this up for now. And I want to get out my scoring board and hope I can remember my measurements. I tried to get the measurements for you guys because normally what I do, I have the scoreboard where I can like center it up and then I can just do 2 inches on there, but so that I can try and do the incorrect measurements for you guys. See, look, I've got a gnat flying around and it's driving me crazy. Okay, so let's score this at 1 3/4. And we're going to score it at 3 3/4. Yep, that looks right. All right, and let's do the other one the same way. So 1 3/4 and 3 3/4. Okay, I don't know on this, so I am going to have to do this. So I just want to center this up, and it looks like it's centered right there, and I'm going to score 1 inch on this side of the center and 1 inch on this side of the center. So what would that be? 1 5/8 and 3 5/8. Okay, and then this we want to do the same thing. So let's get it centered up. There we go. And I'm going to score 1 inch on that side and 1 inch on that side. So that would be 2 1/4 and 4 1/4. All right, now we can put the scoreboard up for a minute, and let's go ahead and fold these. So we get that folded, and let's get this one folded. And I do it this way so that you can see that little golden spine. If it's a book I don't care about the spine showing, I'll normally wrap it around the outside of the book. All right. Now, what I want to do with these is I want to glue these together. And, you know, if you have a way, if you can score, you know, the heavy chipboard and get it to fold properly, by all means use that. But I couldn't. I honestly tried and I just couldn't do it. And so I wanted it to be a little thicker than this lightweight chipboard. Oh, look, I got a new glue bottle. I sure did. No pin sticking out the side. All right, now which way do I have this folding? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm getting it the right way, and then I'm just going to put them together and make sure I've got them lined up good, and I do. Let me put that in. So this is how they came. It come in a pack of 2, and these are the 4-ounce bottles, I believe. Yeah, these are the 4-ounce Sugar Bell bottles. All right, see, now we've got a much thicker piece there, and I feel much better about that. Now I am going to get some double-sided tape. When I'm doing the stuff like this, I like to use my tape and my glue. It's probably overkill, I get it, but it just makes me feel a little better. So I'm going to tape all around this. I'm going to tape around the edges first. And then I will tape on the inside. Okay, so now I just want to go on right here. I want to stay off of that score line though, and I'm going to tape right there. Then I'm going to go to the other side of that score line, And put some tape. Same thing here. And same thing here. And you can put some, and a lot of times I will put a little strip right down that middle as well, because like I said, I don't want this going anywhere. And I'm just burnishing it down so that it will lock onto that chipboard really good. And I'm just going to pull the back off my tape. And I always end up sticking myself down or gluing myself down. I'm so bad about doing that. See, I'm sticking myself down. And this is some good tape, and it will stick me down for sure. All right, one more piece. All right, and then I'm going to use my glue. Now, one thing the glue will do as well, this tape, if I use just the tape, once I put that paper onto it and to that chipboard with the tape on it, I cannot move it. That's it. It's done. But with me having the glue on it, it gives me just a few seconds of wiggle room to be able to make sure I have it exactly where I want it. All right, now which way was I folding this? Make sure I've got it going the right way. So this needs to fold this way actually. And we're putting the long one on first. And this is how I do it normally. I'll just kind of stick it down like this. Or another way is to do it like this. And you just want to line up your, I'm just going to try and line it up on some lines on this thingamajig here, so that I can try and line this up. And you want to kind of get it about halfway on that cardstock, and it looks like we got it pretty good. Yep. So now you can burnish it down. Yep, that looks good. Okay. So now I want to go on the back here. And I want to do like this here. And that's just to decrease any of the bulk that I might have. And then the other thing I want to do is right here on each of these folds, I want to cut a slight V in there so that I don't have any bulk right there either. And it doesn't have to be perfect on this. You're not going to see it because we're going to cover this other side with that other piece of cardstock. Okay. Now the next thing I like to do is I like to get my little scoring tool, and I like to just go alongside that chipboard to kind of go ahead and start breaking down the fibers of that paper. It just makes it a little bit easier to fold. And then I'm going to go ahead and get it folding so it'll know which way I'm wanting it to go. Okay, and fold this. I told y'all this is going to be, this is probably going to be a long video, and then it will definitely be a series of videos, because there's no way to get it done in like one video. All right, now I have some thinner tape that I am going to use on this, and what I'm going to do is I am going to put some tape right here along the edge of the chipboard. And what this is going to do, it's going to help hold these little tabs down when I glue them down. All right, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue right on the edge of the paper of the cardstock. And again, you do not have to do this. This is just something that I like to do to just give myself a little peace of mind. And so it just helps me know that it's going to grab and hold, but it's not going to go anywhere. Even if I were to use just glue or just tape, it's not going anywhere. But y'all know it's overkill. I can't help it. Okay. And then I just want to burnish that all down again. Just make sure it's holding good. Now I like to do the top and bottom first, but if you do the sides, just do the sides first. So just if you start with the bottom, make sure you do the top next. If you start with the side, do the next side next. It just makes it look better. So let's go ahead and get our tape off, or our backing off. I don't want to take my tape off, Betty Renfro. Okay, one piece here. And I think we're okay where that tape is. So now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. And then I'm going to fold these over. And then just burnish it down. Looking good. All right, let's do this end. Ah, come on. And one more little piece. All right, now let's put a little bit of glue. And fold those. You better lay back down, buddy. I ain't told you could come loose. All right, now let's do the side. See, it's not hard at all to do this stuff. It is time consuming. But that's it. It's not difficult in the least. But it just takes a little bit of time. All right, let me get my needle back in, fold this one over. You better lay down. That's looking good. One more, and then we can cover that part up, and then we can get working on the actual book. All right, there's that. And that one. So let's put some glue there. And get some glue on your desk, because you're not doing a junk journal unless you glue your desk down too. Or at least that's what I think, because I always glue my desk down. All right, so we've got that glued down. And that will end up being the inside of our book. So now I need to do something about that outside. Throw that away. All right, so our outside is going to go right here, just like that. So what we need to do is we need to tape this down, just like we did before. So I'm going to use my bigger tape, and I'm going to come off of the edge just slightly. I mean, ever so slightly. Because I just want to make sure that my tape is not going to stick out from my paper. And then here. So this, we're taping this exactly like we did on the inside, or you know, the other side there, and put that strip there, 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 and there. All right, and then we just want to make sure that we burnish it down. And now we can pull this backing off. Ah, I was doing that the other day, might have been yesterday, and man, I jabbed myself in the finger with this pen. I almost cried, and actually I think I did cry, if I'm being honest. I'm a wimp when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, so now we need to put some glue on here. Just getting a bunch of glue on it. I want to make sure it don't go nowhere. All right. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to try and line up my seams there so that I can get this on good. And I'm just going to try and center that as best as I possibly can. And I think I done pretty good. Wow. I impress myself sometimes. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay. So here is our spine, and you just kind of want to very easily get it to start bending. Don't do it all at one time because your paper will crack. So I'm just kind of very gently working it. And then I'm going to set that to the side for right now, because now we are going to work on the book. Now, I will tell you that the new books, like this one, actually this one does have a staple. So this one might be a little different for me then. Okay, so we're going to have to figure out on the go how I'm going to do it, because the ones that are not stapled I do differently than the ones that are stapled. So what I normally do is I'll just get it like this, and I'll just kind of pull. But with this one having a staple, it's going to be a little more tricky, but it's okay. We gonna work it out. I'm just gonna kind of stick my scissors in there and use it as like a pry bar. Don't do it with your good scissors though. Now, one thing I've done, and I don't know, I'm afraid I'm gonna mess it up because I don't have another one, is I will just pull, but I don't want to tear it up. But this is the fun part. We about to get it. So I want to keep my pages intact, and I'll show you why. All right, I'm gonna pull this up to my chest so I can yank it good. Okay, there we go. That's what I normally do, and that's kind of what I wanted to do on this. So now I'm going to take my pages, and I'm going to pull them off at the staple. Okay. Now, a lot of the books that I've got recently that are the newer ones, they are just one signature that is sewn together. We can still work with these the way that I'm going to. It'll be fine. Now it's going to be the fun part of trying to get that staple out. And normally what I can do is I can very gently lift up on the this golden spine just slightly, and if you have your heat gun, you can use your heat gun and it will help pull that up just a little. I just want to pull it back just enough to get to my staple. There we go. Because that's all I want to do. I just want to get that staple out. Don't do like I do, because y'all will wind up killing your fingers. And this is a do as I say, not as I do video. Okay, so now I want to take my glue right here, and I just want to glue this golden spine back down real good. There you go. See? And it will be perfectly fine once I get the glue off the outside of it. And we just got one more staple to get. I actually prefer the ones that are not stapled when I'm doing it, my journals this way, but it works out just fine, even like this. Oh, that one I got without tearing the tape. Let's see if I can get the staple out without tearing the tape. Oh, yes, I think I can. I think I can. Hold your breath, everybody. Look at this. Oh, guys, look at that. Do I dare breathe? I'm scared to breathe right this minute. I may not breathe until I get this out. Oh, we done it. We got that out without tearing the tape. Yes. I am happy about that. I mean, it's not the end of the world if you tear it, but obviously I like it better if I don't tear it. Now, you can cut these little raggedy edges off right here, but I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of glue on them and just fold them over. You're not going to see them, but, you know, I just like to, I don't know, I don't have any real rhyme or reason. I just like to fold it over. Okay. So there we go. We preserved our golden spine. All right, that makes me happy, even though it had staples. And then we've got this side here. There's not enough there to even attempt to fold over. So I'm just going to clean it up, just cutting right down the spine. Do not cut your spine. I have done that many times. I'm not even going to tell you how many times I've cut my spine. All right. So I'm just going to set this to the side for now. We don't need to do anything with that right now. So now we have our front and back of our little golden book. And this is going to be our spine. So what we're going to do is we are going to attach our book onto the spine like this. Oh, that looks really good. Those colors work perfect. Yes. All right, so let's get our tape. And we're going to do the front cover first. And it looks like that's probably all we're going to have time to do today, because we're already right at 30 minutes. And I am going to put a piece in the middle. Okay. And then get this, and I'm going to burnish it down really good, and then take that tape off, or the backing. Don't take the tape off, Betty Renfro. And then we will put our glue just on this side here. Okay, now here's where you got to be careful, because you want everything to line up. So I kind of line it. I just do it by eye a lot of times, and then once I get it on there, I kind of push against it top and bottom to make sure I've got it, and then I kind of fold to make sure that I've got it right where I want it to go, and then I'll even kind of set it down. And that's all I really do. And then that is still kind of poking out, and I want that to be on the inside. So I'll probably have to go in and stick it down in there a little better once I am done. So you just kind of want to fold it, make sure that your the actual book is flush where that tape is. It's not wanting to let you guys see that it's flush. So that's why I'm kind of just filling it with my hands there, and there we go. So now we just need to do the same exact thing to this back side. Let me see, I want to push that down in there because it's making it look like it's not setting right, but it is, but it's because that paper, we may end up having to trim that paper off because of the way it's setting. I'm probably going to have to because I'm not liking it. I don't know, we'll figure that out. All right, so let's do this one and then we will call the video done for today. And then I don't know if it'll be tomorrow or Monday before we start back working on it. It'll probably be Monday. Tomorrow's my grandson's birthday party. His birthday was Wednesday, but his party is tomorrow. And then we have youth service tomorrow night. And I may try and do the video on that too. The little girl that is doing our youth service tomorrow night, her name is Shelby. And I call her my little shadow. And Shelby's got some health issues, but she is such a little blessing to me. And she loves Lilo and Stitch. And when I was going through my stuff, so guess what? My little shadow is getting a Lilo and Stitch journal. So I may do a video on that, you know, and it may come in after this one or something. I don't know. Because I'm going to have to sit in here and get it done anyway. All right. So we're doing the exact same thing. So let's get our back of the book. And we want to line it up. I like to line it up top and bottom by doing that. And then I just want to make sure that everything lines up that way. Lay it down and it looks like everything is lined up. All right. Now, you can put some clips on this. I don't have any big bulldog clips, but I think these might help for now. Just kind of help hold everything down until all the loose dries. All right. So that is the beginning of our little baby book. Now on the pages, let me show you how I do the pages in these now. I cut them in half. And the way I do it, I don't have to trim any of the pages, the side or anything off. They're going to fit in there just fine. The ones that, like this one, you might can see. Let me see if I can find one where you can see it. Okay, see right here? See how that's got like a perforation? That is because it is this page here. So I took that little piece, when I cut it in half, there was about 1/4 of an inch piece that I took and I folded it around. So I was able to split the story up into 3 different signatures, but still keep it intact. And I think we'll be able to do the same thing with this. I'm pretty sure we will. So that's one thing why I like to keep them like that rather than cutting them. All right, guys, let me know what you think about the beginning of our Star Wars baby book. And I will probably see you guys tomorrow because we're probably going to skip the next video on this and go straight to me making this one here. And I don't know how, or I may just do this one and then do a flip through of it. I don't know, because I need to get it done today. So that I can take it with me to youth service tomorrow. So we'll see. All right, guys, let me know what you think, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys.